fell on hard times, more often than not. Getting faded was my lifeline. I realized that I've always struggled with change, but sometimes you gotta rearrange before you go insane. I've been doing my best to stay true to myself, put my next foot forward and smoking dope for my health. I never give up the music till I'm rolling in wealth. Some days I swear this basement's my own personal hell. Well, I love the sound of the city, goddamn I love the sound of the city, yeah. I'm wide awake when you're with me, I feel better when you got my back, yeah. Red eyes, I'm sky high, I think this might be the best night that I've ever had, that I've ever spent with you. I confess I'm obsessed with the sex, heart palpitations every time that she texts. I admit that we ain't always been the best for each other, but what is love without the little test? Girl, you know you're my sneaky link. When I'm with you, my ego shrink. I'm just craving time for us alone. I think about you every time I'm home smoking dope. I love the sound of the city, goddamn I love the sound of the city, yeah. I'm wide awake when you're with me, I feel better when you got my back, yeah. Red eyes, I'm sky high, I think this might be the best night that I've ever had, that I've ever spent with you. Yeah.
I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping, losing grip of myself. I feel different, I keep falling off the world's edge. I'll never sleep no more, I'll never sleep no more. I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping, losing grip of myself. I feel distant, I keep falling off the world's edge. I'll never sleep no more, I'll never sleep no more. Fuck a silver lining, I just wanna feel right again. I just really wanna feel how I felt back then when it felt real, so real, yeah. Wide awake at 5 a.m., I don't really wanna fight again. I just really wanna feel her skin on my skin, her breath on my neck. I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping, losing grip of myself. I feel different, I keep falling off the world's edge. I'll never sleep no more, I'll never sleep no more. I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping, losing grip of myself. I feel distant, I keep falling off the world's edge. I'll never sleep no more, I'll never sleep no more. Break my bones, tear me pieces all on my own. Smile and try to pretend nothing's falling apart. Scared I grew up in, didn't even care. All in all, wasting my
Yo, what's up, everybody? Small crowd today. If it stays small, I'm probably going to keep it short and sweet. Nothing has really happened since, and also I've noticed I did a little research on YouTube. Crypto views or like crypto YouTube views are down 40%. So that means that retail is most likely exiting the market, which signs of the bear market. We've been saying it for a long time. If you keep sticking around, you keep joining Discord, you keep in the loop, you'll be able to buy the bottom. If you leave, you're going to do the same thing you did last time and buy the top. So with all that said, happy Wednesday. Like I said, not a lot has happened. We had a nice little pump yesterday. I took a little bit of advantage of it. Gave my students and the other Patreon group entries on longs. Could we possibly go higher? Yes. Ultimately, I said this last stream, we're in a bear flag. We could do this. We could literally do this and then break down. That'd be a very painful scenario for a lot of people as we see retail continuously buying the tops and selling the bottoms. It is what it is, but, trade support and resistance, it's not that complicated. All right, but let's get into some stocks real quick. What the hell just happened today? So stocks bounced. Kind of necessary. You never just go down in a straight line without a bounce. Dow Jones, just looking at the weekly, still red, still below major moving averages here, still below the 50 and the 20. Seeing a possible death cross here. Nothing has really changed since Monday other than this small bounce today. Don't want to get everyone too excited with a 2% bounce, but very well needed as we're down still about 10-ish%. S&P 500, same kind of thing, down a lot, below the 50, death cross approaching. I'm leaving this line here just as a guide for everyone. I've said we're most likely going to chop down and sideways. It's not going to be like a black swan to the downside unless Russia drops a nuke. But for the most part, nothing has really changed. Again, big green day today in the stock market, big green day for crypto. I think it's just a news pump or some kind of volatility pump before they come out with the rate hikes tomorrow and crypto regulations. Nasdaq, same thing, still following our path. We think this is going to chop sideways. Death cross looming, below the 50 moving average again. Kind of oversold on the weekly, but again, not surprised. I mean, we're still down about 20% overall, not looking good. Let's look at DXY. DXY, small red day today. Nothing's really changed, but on our weekly, still very, very bullish. I mean, we've been tracking this for a while. We said on Monday, double bottom, going up exponentially, still holding our uptrend. And until this uptrend breaks, I still think this has a long way to go until we go up, until we're finished going up. We know the dollar going up is never good for stocks and especially volatile assets like cryptocurrency. And nothing else to say about that. Everyone thinks, crypto's going to go to 100K still. Bitcoin's going to go to 100K. We're going to have this crazy alt season. Not if the DXY continues with this strength. Not at all. Total charts. Seeing a nice little bounce, possible breakout here. My diagonal lines could be wrong. I'd like to see us over about the 2 trillion mark, this blue line here. Still under the 50, seeing a possible death cross. It would make sense to get a nice little pump, retest this 50, and then continue to the downside. Overall, I'm still very macro bearish, even if this diagonal line does, in fact, break to the upside. Overall, I don't think structure has changed. Total 2 is Ethereum and the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin. We actually don't have a breakout here quite yet. Still seeing that possible death cross, still kind of in this like wedge or whatever you want to call this, still below a lot of resistance. And overall, I mean, Bitcoin's the determinant here. If Bitcoin breaks down, I mean, altcoins are going to bleed even more. You guys know how the bear market works. I don't want to keep repeating myself. Total 3, altcoins excluding Ethereum and obviously excluding Bitcoin. Same thing as the total 2 chart. Nothing has really changed. I said we could possibly retest this area if Bitcoin has a breakout or breaks that flag. I honestly don't think we're going to break that bear flag, and I think altcoins are going to hit this yellow line down here. We will continue tracking this, and don't be surprised if we hit this yellow line and people begin buying that are watching the stream and paying attention. All right, let's keep moving on. So Bitcoin, what happened? So last night I was drinking margaritas. I'll be honest. I was drinking margaritas, having a Mexican meal, homemade Mexican meal, or Hispanic meal for the girlfriend, Puerto Rican. So we made Hispanic food, and I was getting yammed. And I looked at the chart, and at like 39,300, my alert went off. And for me, that's just a mental note to begin buying. I'm getting a lot of flack from people. They're like, "Oh, you're bearish, but you're long. You're lying." And guys, in a bear market, you can still long. Like, you buy support, sell resistance. You keep your trades quick. Get in, get out. Made a couple $1,000s yesterday by doing so. Still in the trade, going to hold unless we break below 41.6. When we get into the daily, it'll make more sense. But for now, I'm going to check the chat. Brian? Yo, what's up, dude? What's up? Hamlet, what's up? Buy high, sell low. Yo, geez, that is the classic retail strategy. Like, this chop is so easy to trade. All you have to do is buy on support and sell into resistance. Keep your stops tight. Don't use an egregious amount of money. And just let it roll. Just let it roll. Time to short. I don't think it's time to short yet. We are currently above a daily resistance level. Much love. What's up, man? Thank you, landlord. I appreciate it. What's the main reason that the dollar does so well when crypto and stocks are tanking? Is it because people are exiting risk assets and moving to the dollar? That's exactly right. Plus, the United States is looking to promote the value of the dollar as inflation is at all-time highs. All right, let's keep chugging along. So, Bitcoin Weekly. I mean, we've been following this possible death cross. And it's funny that on the stock weekly charts, we're also seeing a possible death cross. I mean, what a coincidence, right? We always say that crypto is kind of following the stock market. The stock market's been in a bull market since Bitcoin's been, around. So now that the stocks are looking to go into recession mode, into a slight bear market, look at that. Now Bitcoin and crypto is looking to go into a bear market. I've said this before and I'll say it again. There is a generational buying opportunity coming soon. Ultimately, I believe 17K is the bottom. I've got a tweet coming out tomorrow, but for all you guys, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. We'll go to the Bitstamp chart, and we'll do this. So, just to keep it really short and sweet, really, really easy to follow. Every time we have this death cross, every single time, there is exactly a 63% drop to the downside. Every single time. I'm not kidding you. So, in the first bear market, we go from here to the bottom. Excuse me. We go from here to the bottom, 63%. From the death cross, 63% on the money. From the death cross again, 63.6, I'd say we're pretty close to 63% again. So where does it put us if we go and get this death cross and we drop 63%? 17 to 20K. Said before and I'll say it again, 17K is my bottom. Unless Bitcoin just ranges and goes sideways and that's our bear market, which I honestly doubt. Because we're already down 50% or 40% from all-time highs. The consistency here. We have a death cross, we drop 63%. It's happened in every single bear market. And ultimately, I think this would flush out a lot of the useless pump-and-dump altcoins. I think it would really put some lows in Ethereum, Solana, some of these NFT tokens that actually have value. Even Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's at 17K, you bet your wife I'm buying a lot of it. And, I keep saying there will be a generational buying opportunity. Well, there it is. If we drop to 17K, Ethereum's going to be $400 to $500. You don't have to be a millionaire to buy a $500 Ethereum. You don't have to be a millionaire to buy a $10 Solana. As we know, a lot of these altcoins drop 90 to 99% from their all-time highs. And if I'm going to be fair and frank, you look at something like Solana that was almost $300, a 90% drop. You're looking at like $30, I believe, $30. Could be wrong. $30 if my math's right. Quick maths. $30 Solana. You don't need to be a millionaire to buy a bunch of Solana. And what happens in the next bull market? What happens when NFTs take off? Because I'll tell you right now, NFTs are absolutely going to take off. I've always said negative things about NFTs, and I still do until there is a legitimate use case. But now I'm starting to see one, and I'm not just going to sit on my hands and watch all these people make a ton of money from NFTs because they're buying during the bear market. Use your brain. How was my break? My break was good. I went to the beach, went back home to Florida, visited some friends and my grandparents that live down there, and it was really nice to get out of this shithole weather. Bro, thanks for the consistent streams. Anytime, man. It's every Monday, Wednesday, and usually Friday, unless the weather's nice. If the weather's nice, man, I'll be out fishing. Can't use too much money. It's an issue. Such a hard lesson. Yeah, I mean, try and keep your risk in a trade between 1% and 2% total loss. Please drop and flush out weak hands GTFO. Weak hands? I mean, I hate when people say that. If you're willing to hold a 90% correction and you're like, oh, you guys all have weak hands, weak hands. Nah, you're just an idiot. Like, you are just a straight up idiot. You had, let's say I have $1,000 and I make 10x. So I make 10 grand. And you're like, oh, well, now we're starting bear market. We're going to drop 90%. So you're telling me I'm going to lose $9,000 of that and be back to square one because I want to prove to people that I have strong hands and diamond hands and I'm a hodler. No, you're just an idiot. I've been saying forever that the bear market is upon us. Ever since October, November, I've been saying it's over, it's done. Really since April, it's over, it's done. Unfortunately, I was wrong and we had quite the nice alt season. But after that alt season, it's done. All these people buying altcoins, they're just exit liquidity. All these hodlers, they're exit liquidity. Don't be one of those people. Don't stop listening to these moon clowns. They have no idea what they're saying. I've only lost money on everything I've bought. That's tough. What part of Florida do you visit? Miami, the Keys, Sarasota, Jacksonville. That's where my family's all at. We're the Florida man. Because I'm white. I'm not Hispanic. What do you think of Luna hitting all-time high? I think it's just an exit liquidity coin. And to be honest, I'm not interested in buying it when Bitcoin looks like shit. How do you buy good NFTs? You buy the NFT token. So buy the Solanas, buy the Ethereums, buy the Matics, buy the coins that performed very well in this market. Top 5 alts for next bull run. I just gave you 5. You can go back in the stream. All right, let's keep moving on. I kind of gave you the idea. I'm looking at DCA below 30K, as I've told my students. I gave them a whole strategy. If you're interested in that, there is a video on Patreon. You're more than welcome to sign up and view it. I think it's very, very valuable. All right, but let's start getting into some TA, some juicy TA. I gotta remove all these drawings. Hold on. All right, we're good. So some juicy TA for the boys and possibly ladies in the chat. So we go to their daily. So what happened? What happened? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Guys, I've said it on Monday, and I drew this scenario. If I could pull the stream back, I would. I said, although we are at the bottom, we could very well bounce up, bounce down, bounce up, bounce down, bounce up, bounce down, break down. That would be very, very painful for a lot of people because, a lot of retail would lose a lot of money here. They'd just be exit liquidity. They'd be buying the top as a lot of whales are selling to them. But honestly, if you zoom out, we have a pole and now a flag. And what is this? This is a bear flag. And I'll give you an example of a bull flag. So, in a bull flag, here's your bull flag, pole, and there's your flag. When you break up, usually there's a nice increase in price. Bull flags break up about 70% of the time. When we have a bear flag, price will go down exponentially. I would imagine 30, possibly 20K scenario, giving us that 17K that I am looking forward to. But like I just said, with bull flags, 70% of the time they break to the upside. With bear flags, it's inverted. You have 70% chance of breaking down, obviously, to the downside. So, you know, if you think that what's happening right now is bullish, this kind of consolidation is entirely to reset indicators so that we can break further to the downside. There's nothing in here that really says reversal to me. And I'm not convinced that we're going to break the bear flag. However, if we do, I'm fully prepared to long. Always have a plan A and a plan B. My plan B is long. But currently I'm in long. So if we keep going up over the next couple days, I'm sitting pretty. But for now, just kind of play it as support and resistance. If we break it, short it. If we, obviously, if we break down, short it. If we break to the upside, long it. So, okay, what's happening? So last night I got on Twitter after having a couple drinks. and I saw some like leaked Yellen news. For all those you don't know, Yellen's that old hag in our office that manages all the financial stuff. And just to keep it broad for some of the soft brains in chat, she handles all the financial stuff. And apparently something got leaked and we pumped right after. Apparently the crypto regulations are actually very bullish. And if you don't know, regulating crypto is actually very good because it'll allow larger pools of money, bigger companies to get in. They won't get rug pulled. There's safety and security. They can insure crypto. So that way, like if an exchange gets hacked, you'll have insurance on that money. You can get it back. I mean, if you guys didn't know, banks are insured. If your money gets hacked or like your account gets hacked, they'll reimburse you that money because they're insured. Well, a lot of crypto exchanges are not insured. And if your crypto exchange gets hacked and you lose your Bitcoin, well, you're screwed. What is my current support and resistance? Well, it's literally on the chart, but we're going to get there in a minute. What levels am I entering the market? I'm already in longs in my trading account. Yo, what's up, O? Scalps for the win, baby. All right, let's get into this. So my daily levels, as you guys know, my chart has not changed in a very long time. We have the bottommost support at 35,000. We have a potential inner resistance at about 39.6 to 40K. And then we have our innermost resistance, or what's now being broken as resistance as long as we close the daily above 41.7. It will act as support. And then we have our utmost resistance. It's acted as very, very strong resistance at 45,500. If we can break 45,500, I'll definitely be in a nice long swing trade. But just want you guys to notice something real quick. The 50 weekly moving average is at 46,600. In every single bear market, we have had a breakdown, had a retest, and then we drop further. So don't get too excited just because we break 45. We need to get above this 50 weekly moving average, which acts as resistance as well. But back to the daily, no reversal patterns, no true bullish price action, although this is a positive sign. This volume going up, as price is going up. It's even on my Binance chart. But overall, I mean, nothing really speaks reversal quite yet. Let's even dig deeper. 12-hour. 12-hour. Get rid of these moving averages. We don't need them anymore. 12-hour. So we had this big pump. Quite a pump. We had like pumped 7% in like an hour or something. So nice little pump. We closed the 12-hour candle above our resistance line. It's acted as resistance here, support here. We broke it. Then when we broke down, it acted as support here until we broke down. So ultimately, could be support now that we've broken it. Obviously, I'd like to see a daily close, and we're kind of just sitting on support. So hopefully in the next couple hours, we get a nice pump. I'd really like to see post-close a nice little pump. When short Bitcoin, I would short Bitcoin close to 45.5. Just depends on my indicators. What if this is the top right now? Then don't buy it. If you believe this is the top, then don't buy it. Could be the top. I'm in quite a bit of profit, so I'm chilling. But looking closer at the 4-hour, actually even looking at the 12-hour, didn't really cover MACD. MACD, nice little bullish cross going into the bullish zone again. RSI, kind of just in a range. We're not really overbought or oversold. We're just kind of chilling. Nothing important with RSI, but MACD is showing some nice little cross. So we could go up, but again, I would not be surprised if we just got a big red candle down. If we look at the 4-hour, and this is kind of what I'm discussing with a news-based pump, we have volume going down, price going up. We know that this is bearish price action. Every time we've had it in the past, we have volume going down, price going up. We just kind of ranged back to support. There's no momentum behind it. We're actually losing momentum here on the 4-hour, and we're actually back into not oversold territory anymore. So we could see a nice little bounce next 4-hour candle. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see us consolidate here and then pump up, reject, and then drop all the way down. I think that'd be the most likely scenario, but it wouldn't surprise me if we just did this. Would not surprise me at all. Which EMAs am I looking at for the death cross? So I look at simple moving averages, and they're the 20 and the 50. So just so you know, the 20 is the golden line, and the 50 is the blue line. Oh, look at that. We actually have what looks like a possible golden cross coming on the 4-hour, although I don't really base golden crosses below a daily. They can be very misleading, especially when price action is very weak, and especially knowing that this pump happened right when that news leaked. So ultimately, I think this is just a news-based pump, and maybe we get to 45K, maybe we don't. But if you're not in this market, I would just chill, or maybe put a small long in and just hold. If we break this yellow line, so if we break below 41.7 to 41.6, I would definitely consider putting it a short. What if Bitcoin breaks market structure and doesn't go up in these nice little cycles, but drops to the bear market lows of the previous bear market? It's very possible. We're bullish on Chainlink long term, right? Possibly. Depends what happens with the team and what they're doing in the future. But I'm very bullish on Ethereum. I'm very bullish on, obviously, Bitcoin. Like, my DCA isn't going to consist of a lot of altcoins. It's going to be mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right, let's look at the 1 hour. 1 hour, nice consolidation here. This is exactly what I'd want to see, as we were very, very overbought here. As long as we keep ranging, as long as we don't break below this yellow line, I fully expect this area to get tested. Establishing resistance as support is key into going to the next resistance level. And like I said, if you're in longs at this area, or maybe even slightly here, maybe hold on to them and wait for invalidation. Invalidation obviously meaning losing this area of support. It's very clearly support here. And we've had this drawn for quite some time. So just be on the lookout. If we go below 41.7, maybe look into opening shorts. I like the dabbing emoji. That's pretty sweet. Which platform should people in the U.S. use to short and long? That's a good question. I actually have a good answer. So I recently accepted a partnership with Bitget. They have the highest rated security, top 5 derivatives liquidity. They have a very good support team, very user-friendly mobile app. There is a link in the YouTube description below. There's also a couple links in the Discord description. I fully recommend using them. I've been using them for about 2 months now, and I really, really like them. I've never had a problem. For those of you that know me and have been around for quite a while, I used to use Binance US. Binance US absolutely hosed me on, the day of reckoning. The day that on exchange, we went from 64,000 to 8,000 United States dollars in literally 15 seconds. From that day forward, I stopped using Binance. I was done with it. I used Femex for a little while. I wasn't a big fan of Femex, one, because their withholding times on withdrawals is ridiculous. They put your withdrawal on hold for like 12 hours, which I'm not a fan of. If you're moving crypto or moving whatever, it should be instant. There shouldn't be a holding period. And their fees are low and whatnot, but for the most part, I wasn't a fan of Femex. I got approached by Bitget. I was kind of skeptical at first, but I really like them. They're a very solid exchange. I did my research. They've got a great support team. They always answer any questions. Your stop losses always, like my stop losses have always been hit, and I've probably placed like 400 trades just because I've been trying to figure out the exchange, figure out any bugs, figure out anything that's wrong with them. Overall, very satisfied. And if you're interested, like I said, there's links in the description below. You get like $158 trading bonus, so feel free to use them. I've had nothing but positive things to say about them so far. Are we able to watch this again? Yes, all the live streams are posted on YouTube after I'm done recording. Oh, whenever future contracts expire. I mean, that's possible. Very possible. Very, very, very possible. Have you been able to draw funds back out with them? No problem. Yeah. I literally have had no problems with them at all. Absolutely no problems. And trust me, I'm not the type of person that's like, use my shill link, use this, use that, like use all this. Now, I would really appreciate it if you used my partner link because obviously it benefits me. But I would never partner with an exchange or with any kind of platform if I didn't believe the platform was legit and had benefits to the user. As we know, a lot of us trade with a lot of money, and even if you don't trade with a lot of money, you still want that high security. And for me, I trade with a lot of money, and I want to know that I am with an exchange that's keeping my funds safe, secure, and holding value to what they say. And like I said, I've had no problems. There aren't the scam wicks that happen on other exchanges. There isn't the crazy, weird, oh, that's just an crypto exchange type thing happen. I've had, like I said, nothing but positive things. Oh, and there it is. So there's actually a bot link right there if you'd like to use it. Why feel that many people regret trading Bitcoin at all? I'm not sure what your original question was. Have I tried OKX? No, because they're not verified in the United States, and I'm trading with such a large amount of money where I don't want to get that tied into an exchange that's not SEC approved in the United States. So for me, Bitget has extremely low fees, great security, great support team. They have everything I'd want in an exchange, and to be fair and frank, I don't have any problems with them. OKX offered a partnership with me, but I declined it just because we didn't agree on like the contractual terms and whatnot. So that sucks. But for me, I like Bitget. They've been good to me. Let's look at like a 30 minute. Ooh, I do like this. MACD possibly looking to go up. Looks like RSI has hit our median point. We're returned to mean. For those of you in my trading class that are currently in the live stream, you know that we always like to see a return to mean before we continue to the upside. And it looks like our 30-minute and I believe our 1 hour. Our 1 hour is not quite there, but our 30-minute is there. So we could see a nice move to the upside soon. 15-minute, yeah, very much return to the mean. Very nice consolidation here. This is exactly what you want to see when you're in a long, especially at this level, especially on this breakout. You'd like to see nice consolidation here. So ultimately, could test 45. If we break it, I will be adding more to my long positions, but for the most part, I'll be in a ton of profit at that point. So if I put a 2% loss here and we just go up and reject, it's perfectly fine with me. I'll enter shorts from there. How are their fees? Their fees are extremely small. I believe it's 0.02% maker and 0.06% taker, which I believe is the lowest any U.S. exchange offers. Other than like Bybit, but I hate I will never use Bybit. And I won't use Bybit because they shill leverage on people. They encourage leverage trading with their huge promotions, like the $2,500 promotion if you use leverage trading. Like that's, guys, leverage trading is there so that you lose. Like it's fully designed to make you lose, and to make you lose even more than you'd lose not leverage trading. So for me, I just think Bybit, it's not a criminal thing to offer a promotion with leverage, but I just think what they're doing is scummy, and frankly, I'm not a fan of it. That's all I have to say. Yeah, I can give you. So it's plus ADP. So if you go to indicators, it's accumulation distribution percentage, or actually it's the one by Classic Scott. It's plus accumulation distribution. All it is RSI with an accumulation and distribution cloud, and then I obviously have my median points and my overextension points here. I can show you my settings. I haven't changed anything on this page other than colors and the length. I changed it to 12. And then for the style, I just have basis, primary, ADP, secondary, colored, bull, hit. I have all the divergences turned off just because I think their bot doesn't do a good job with divergences. And frankly, I don't use divergences unless I see them on a daily chart. So yeah, I would say don't use leverage unless you have at least 3 to 5 years of trading experience and you have an account that's large enough where you can take a small portion and leverage trade with that amount. What am I holding long term? Nothing. I am not hodling. I'm not a hodler. I dollar cost average, but I won't continue to dollar cost average until we get below 30,000. Tomorrow, inflation data will take Bitcoin down. So I think before the inflation data, we're going to get volatility to the upside. And then once that data comes out, we're going to do this and just come all the way back down. And just to give you guys kind of an example, it happened right here, right? So we had lots of volatility here. We went up, came down, big volatile two candles here, which made us drop and really started this downtrend. For those of you that know this event, this was when it's that Chinese real estate company went bankrupt. That news came out, and that's not the initial reason why we were downtrending, but that's why all this volatility is here. The downtrend was going to happen no matter what, but that's why all this volatility was in here. Hopefully that makes some sense. All right, but let's look at Bitcoin dominance real fast. Bitcoin dominance, still extremely bullish. I mean, guys, this is never good if you're into altcoins. This is when Bitcoin starts outperforming altcoins and consistently and is in consistent uptrend over a 30 to 40 day period. It's never good for altcoins, especially if we keep breaking higher. We break this flag, we break this green zone, we break the purple zone. I mean, your altcoins are going to be down 90% at that point, and probably even more than that. A lot of them, like I wouldn't say Ethereum yet, but a lot of those altcoins will dip exponentially. OTC underscore Bitcoin on Twitter. I don't know what you're talking about. Evergreen. I don't know what that is. So, like I said, we've been following this double bottom here. A nice uptrend. To be honest, I think we're going to continue this uptrend, and I don't see it slowing down at any point as, again, the DXY is bullish. Stock market looks like it's going into recession, and Bitcoin's just chopping in a bear flag. Taking a look at Ethereum. Ethereum still in a bear flag. Similar to Bitcoin, lower highs, higher lows. Ultimately flagpole, and then your actual flag here. Ethereum could possibly hit 28, 2900, and then again continue to the downside. Ethereum would really have to get above 3300 for me to start changing bias here, but for the most part, I just don't see it happening at all. I think Bitcoin will have a nice little pump tomorrow, and then once that data comes out, we're just gonna nuke. Oh no, it's not Evergreen. It's I gotta look it up. It's gonna bother. It's Evergrande. Yeah, Evergrande. Evergrande. Bitcoin price prediction. Dude, I don't do those. But my bear market bottom is 17K. So overall, Ethereum, we've been tracking this ascending wedge for quite some time. The initial breakout, retest, and then huge breakdown. Lots of volatility up, down, kind of chopping in this wedge, just like, or this triangle, just like Bitcoin is. And for the most part, guys, I just cannot imagine Ethereum going over 4,000 in 2022. I don't care what anyone says. I just don't see it happening. Oh, does it really come out at 8:30 a.m.? Wow. Does anyone speak during the day? Because like if anyone speaks, then that's probably when the volatility to the downside will occur. If the data comes out at 8:30. That's crazy. Link looking awful. What a surprise. But yeah, let's just throw a 15-minute chart on, just kind of track this, see if we break down. What time is it? 6:18. So I'll go for like another 15, 20 minutes maybe. Answer any questions you guys got. If you got any TA-related questions, go ahead and talk. I started this new like workout thing and just started working out harder and eating cleaner, and my body's sore. It is pain. Romans are going to go through it this time. Okay. I don't know what that means, brother. Check VIX, it's nuts. Alright. VIX, like, which, like, is it a crypto or are you talking like the volatility index? Because it looks like volatility's down. Oh, I guess volatility's building. That's wild. That's what you're talking about. What do you think about dollar cost averaging H bar? Man, I wouldn't dollar cost average any kind of alts. I would be very, very careful. A lot of altcoins never break their all-time highs. A good example is XRP. It's never broken its all-time high, and I don't think it ever will. So I'd be really careful with a lot of these altcoins. A lot of them end up being failed projects, and a lot of them never regain 50% of their value. Drinked plenty of BCA. Yeah, I used to drink a lot of BCAAs, but I don't. I need to get some. I like them a lot. I used to have like a sponsorship. Cellucor, who does C4, and then they have like their BCA line. I forget what it's called, but man, that shit was so good. I drank like a gallon of it every day. It was so good. Can you show the weekly death cross? Yeah, I'll show you. I'll go back to this chart. So here you go. Here is the going to turn on our colorful moving averages here. So here you go. Every single time we have a death cross, usually a 63% drop happens right after. And not right after. It still takes several weeks to get to that bottom, but it's been a consistent 63%. I'd imagine that it'd be another 63%. As you guys know, we lose the 50, we actually retest it, continue down. Lose the 50, retest, continue down. We lost the 50, now we're retesting it and continuing down. Perfectly normal in a downtrend, and I fully expected. Try ketogenic diet. I did keto for a little while, and it's just not worth it. Plus it hurts you if you're not fat. I'm not fat. How to access the video about your plan to DCA as Bitcoin drops below 30K. That is on Patreon. You have to be a trading student to view those videos. There's about 3 months of content related to learning how to swing trade, learning how to use technical analysis, learning how to invest properly, risk management, all the above. So if you're interested in that, the full details are in Discord. And if you need a second opinion, you're more than welcome to ask one of my trading students. How much is the Patreon? Depends on which one you want to sign up for. The amounts are listed on Patreon. I really hope that this continues going up just because I'm in a long. I don't really see a lot of reasons for that. Wow, you can even see my old TA line. Crazy. I can't imagine why you do this to me. I just can't imagine that we break this flag to the upside. There's just no reason for that. Like none at all. Also, you know, I've talked about this before on Google Trends. If you type in Bitcoin into Google Trends, you can see that crypto has been downtrending since the May crash. And ultimately, when retail starts to exit the market, the last phase of that exit is called capitulation. We have not had that yet, and I believe that we will. Usually a 30 to 50% drop, and I'd love to see that. I'd love to be able to DCA 20K or less. That'd be great. Absolutely stellar. All right, guys, it's 6:30. We got 30 minutes until close. I've pretty much covered all the TA I've wanted to today. Like I said, this could really go either way. We could go up with the volatility tomorrow. We could just break down. Just know that we're right on a support line, and if you're looking for a short, wait until we're below the yellow line. If you're looking to long, right now is your chance to long with a stop loss right under 41.7K. So again, it could go either way. I don't want to say that this is extremely bullish because we're just in a range with volume going down. And also, if we look at our Bollinger Bands here, this range is beginning to tighten. And when we see the Bollinger Bands begin to tighten, usually a very volatile move is coming, either up or down. It doesn't matter. Other indicators will give us a better hint in that. But as these bands are tightening, volatility is building. So just be aware of that in the next couple weeks. We are absolutely going to see a very decisive move. And if it's to the downside, it could be very, very harsh for a lot of your altcoins. So with all that said, guys, Discord's free. Would love to have you. I believe we're at 4,000 members now. It's huge. Crypto chat's always popping off. I love seeing people in there posting content. Lots of stuff to learn in Discord. And like I said, that portion's free. If you're interested in the trading classes, I'm going to keep them open until the end of April and then leave Patreon open until May. That way, if you want to read or go over the old content, the old videos, you're more than welcome to. But for the most part, I am going to take a break from teaching come end of April just because I've been doing it for like 5 or 6 months now. And during the summer, I'm usually very, very busy. But for the most part, if you're interested, full details in the Discord link below. With all that said, guys, if you're interested and want a new exchange, try Bitget. I promise it's a much better exchange than what you're using now, especially if you're in the U.S. Lots of security, very low fees, high liquidity. I have never had a problem with them, and I don't think I ever will. I really like their team, and I really like where the exchange is heading. They are looking to do a trading contest, and I think this is great because if you switch to Bitget, especially I think you have to use a partner link, so you can use my partner link. I'll get the full details later this week, but they're having a trading contest, and I believe you can win up to $20,000 from it. So huge if you have a small account. I know it's based on percentage gain and not dollar gain. So if you have like a $100 account, and you make 100% or 200% or 10x or whatever, you could win up to $20,000. So I'll post full details on Twitter or talk about it more on stream once I get full details. With all that said, guys, please, please, please be patient, use risk management, and good luck trading.